So get this, Conor McGregor arrested in Miami, accused of smashing a fan's phone. Now, I know, being as big as a star, he is a huge star. You must have people running up to you all the time, crazy people. Maybe this guy was being an asshole. Maybe he egged Conor on a bunch of times. Who knows? But I do know this, it looks really, really bad for Conor McGregor. In my mind, when I first saw this, it makes me think, this boy doesn't want to fight. He's doing everything he can to get another suspension. Then I think again, well, maybe he's stirring up controversy because he's got a fight coming up. I think he's got one with Cowboy Cerrone. So this is from March 12th, and they're still talking about the Cowboy Cerrone fight coming to fruition. So at this point, it kind of looks like Conor McGregor's running from a fight. He needs to make a fight. It has been a long time since he has won. I believe over 2 years since he has won. So Conor McGregor's last fight was November 12th, 2016 versus Alvarez, and he absolutely destroyed Alvarez. He put on a great show, but after that he went and fought Floyd Mayweather. He did okay, but Floyd didn't turn it on till the later rounds. It was a big money fight. He got lots of money for it, and then after he got all that money, he just kind of started acting like a big old asshole. And whether Conor wants to fight or doesn't want to fight, this makes it look like he doesn't want to fight. The more suspensions and the more things that get in front of you and setting that fight date, the more people talk about, well, what's going on with you? Why won't you declare a fight already? Is it the money? What is it, Conor? And I believe he released some statements, so let's take a look at those. Okay, so here we are at some MMA website. Conor McGregor says, patience is a virtue I continue to work on after arrest. Well, there are many things that we consider virtues, not just patience. I believe there's many other virtues you could be working on, and maybe some more virtues you could slide into the virtue bag. Here's the boy's mugshot. Oh, he's a good-looking chap. Conor McGregor has told fans he is still learning how to be patient after he was arrested by Miami Beach police on Monday. McGregor is accused of grabbing, then smashing the phone of a fan who attempted to take his picture. He was later charged with 2 felonies, strong armed robbery and criminal mischief. Well, in the criminal justice system, it never remains at what the initial charge is. They usually will plea bargain out of it. So these felonies, maybe they'll keep one felony, drop another felony, or maybe they'll drop both felonies for misdemeanor charges, and then he gets off doing community service. But you can only do that for so long. You cannot continue to plea and get lesser charges if you're a repeat offender. And at this point, was he even off probation since the last time he went and did something like this? Now he's not even done with the first thing, and he goes and gets involved in this. Now I'm not exactly sure how these things work, if one happened in Las Vegas and another happened in Florida, if these things remain separate, but I believe at some point the charges from each state should count and should start adding up. But again, I'm no lawyer. The 30-year-old released a statement on his official Instagram account. Patience in this world is a virtue I continue to work on. I love my fans dearly. Thank you all. The altercation occurred while McGregor was celebrating his mother's birthday. McGregor has since been released after he posted a bond worth $12,500. Here's Conor McGregor walking out of the jail. Still has his shoulders back, chest pronounced, walking with confidence, even though he was just released from jail for another offense. You got to give it to the man. He knows how to keep a good posture, and he knows how to look and present confidence, even though he may be very scared, and he probably is. He's probably very nervous coming out of the jail with all these cameras, but still does a good job at presenting himself. I'll give him that. McGregor is said to have clashed with a fan at the Fontainebleau Hotel. BBC Sport offered details from the official police report. The victim attempted to take a picture of the defendant with his cell phone. The defendant slapped the victim's phone out of his hand, causing it to fall to the floor. The defendant then stomped on the victim's phone several times, damaging it. The defendant then picked up the victim's phone and walked away with it, depriving him of it. The defendant was located and arrested. His latest arrest is one more episode for arguably the most recognizable face of the combat sports world. He was arrested in New York back in 2018 after attacking a bus containing other UFC participants, including Khabib Nurmagomedov. Give me location. Now, we don't know, anything before that, what led up to it, but we know that Conor McGregor is a hothead. Maybe Conor McGregor was just drunk, and it was just a fan, and he just slapped it out, stomped on. He's like, I'm Conor McGregor, bitch. What you gonna do about it? Or maybe he was antagonized. Maybe it was his mom's birthday, and this guy wouldn't leave him alone, so he finally destroyed his phone. But why would you run off with it? At that point, you're making it robbery, where if you just would have smashed the phone or knocked it out of his hands, that's just damaging someone's property. So he really kind of did himself a disservice by running off with the phone. But my estimation is that Conor McGregor, after winning all that money, is in party mode, and he hasn't been able to put on the brakes. He doesn't know how to escape party mode at this moment in time, given he has millions and millions of dollars. And when you have millions of dollars and you get in trouble and you can use that money to get yourself out of it and remain without consequences, well, then it's really going to take a lot for someone at his age with that much money, that much confidence, to understand that you can't just run around doing whatever you want. Maybe it'll actually take some time in jail. I still don't believe, even with 2 felonies, that he's going to spend time in jail, but that's a big deal. So we'll see what happens with him in the UFC and the days to come. But I'm a big UFC fan. Cogent K9's a big UFC fan. This channel, as of now, is kind of going through the motions of change and finding where I want it to be. I think it's just going to be whatever interests me. So if this interests you, maybe give it a like, maybe share it. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.